Hi folks, welcome to solotripping.com. I'm Harlan, thanks for joining us. So it's another beautiful day in November up here, really balmy. It's about 8 degrees Celsius, so I thought, hey, let's continue with our reviews of the little twig stoves, trail stoves, wood stoves, however you want to define them, and let's get the Littlbug Senior and put it through its paces. So we've already done a successful review, obviously, of the Littlbug Junior. Worked out really well, great little stove. So today we're going to look at the senior model and we're going to see if we can get some water boiled and kind of look at the key features of the product. So here's the senior, and as you can see it's the same shape and form as the junior model. It's just obviously a lot larger. So it comes in a nylon case just like the junior, only you'll notice that it's a lot larger and it is heavier. So I'm just going to take it out of the case here. And just like with the junior model, you're left with 4 pieces. So you got your 2 pot supports, which are these folks right here, and then the main stove components. So again, just like the junior model, you're just gonna take your tabs and put them into the holes to set up the stove, like so. Now I know some people that have reviewed these stoves on the internet. They're pretty quick at putting these together. I haven't played with them too much yet, so it takes me a little bit longer, but hey, it's all about learning, and I'm sure that I could better my practice and put these together a little quicker, given a little bit more time. So now you have your pot supports already set up, and you're just gonna take your rivets and line everything up. Like so. And there you have it. So you're already good to go. So the first thing again that you notice is it's obviously a lot larger, but for me that's pretty interesting because I think I'm going to be able to get a lot more heat output out of this. Yes, it's going to involve processing a little bit more wood because your firebox is larger, but you're going to get more of an inferno going, and you'll probably be able to boil water maybe a little bit faster, who knows. So perfect little setup, just like that. Again, it is a heavier product, so is it a perfect stove for solo use? Perhaps not. Maybe it's more geared towards the tandem canoe market. Backpacking, again, you know, go with the junior model. This guy's heavier. Personally, for me, weight's not the biggest concern, so for me I would use it as a solo stove, but I know the ultra lightweight guys out there would probably stick with the junior product. So really neat. So the other thing now that I'm going to do is I'm going to start loading up the firebox. And you know, I've been getting some feedback on what's the best way to do this, and maybe people are making comments on the YouTube channel, which is fantastic. I love hearing feedback. What's the best way to load it? Well, you know, get a stove, try it out for yourself. Sometimes, you know, I take things that I've read for granted and I try it, but it's not always the best best process for me. So I'm learning. Before, I used to stuff a lot of the processed wood down in the bottom first, thinking that again it would burn down and generate some coals and keep my fire going. But today I'm just going to mix it up, different layers of birch bark, some of the twigs that I've gathered, and then some of the processed wood that I've tap split. So I'm just going to take the birch bark first. I'm just going to add a layer in the bottom, and then I'm going to just start shoving in twigs. And it is great to see this firebox so large, so I don't have to be fumbling around with such a small box. And now I'm just going to add a layer quickly here of some processed wood. So just mixing it up, constantly learning, which is great. You know, it's really going to take some playing around with to get this down to a science, for me anyways. So now we'll add some more twigs. And maybe a little bit more birch bark in there, do another layer. And there's some more processed wood. So I'm not packing it too tight. Last time when I did the junior model, I packed it pretty tight. And I think that if I'd packed it maybe a little bit looser, that it would have burned a little bit better. Either way, we still got water boiled fairly efficiently. So overall, I was really impressed with the product. Hopefully this model is going to do just the same for me. So there we go. It only took me, I don't know, maybe 7 minutes to gather some twigs here, some dried stuff, and some birch bark. We're blessed, obviously, up here in the boreal forest. Tons of birch bark. Greatest material ever for starting fires. It's naturally occurring, and it's just everywhere. So it didn't take too long. So again, processing probably a little bit longer than the junior model, just because the firebox is larger, but that's okay. So there we have it. I got this pretty well packed.